What's going on, guys? This is actually my first video I'm doing. This is not the first computer I've ever put together, but it's pretty much an overview of the newest one I've put together. It's the first video I've ever made of doing one. Start off, I have the HAF X942 Blue Edition Cooler Master case, full tower. It is very, very nice. I really don't have a lot bad to say about the case. There's only one thing, and I'll get to that. Basically, this is the box it came in. Let's go ahead and get to the computer. As you can see, it's very, very, very nice case. Kind of give you a whole, try to give you kind of a 360 view of it. I am using a cell phone with a 5 megapixel camera, so it's not the best quality. Kind of give you a view of the back. Alright, basically, let's get down to the case. The case, even though I do have one thing bad to say about it, I give it a 10 out of 10. It is by far the best case I've ever seen. Another thing, I know y'all probably wondering why the fuck do I have pink walls. Well, this is actually my girlfriend's bedroom. I'm actually staying with her right now, so give me a break. But anyways, to start off with the case, we'll start right here in the front. This is the biggest fan I've ever seen mounted in a computer. Don't hold me to it. I'm not saying it's got the Guinness World Record or nothing like that, but this is a 230mm fan. This whole little mesh thing right here, you can actually take it off so you can clean it. It just unclips at the bottom and you slide it down and it comes right off. It's pretty easy to clean. The screen, I mean, you could take it out, but I wouldn't recommend it because these little things down here at the bottom that you have to bend up to get it off, to take the front part off to get to the screen. If you bend them so much, I would think they would break. So I'd actually leave that on there and try to blow it out, with an air compressor. But it's very, it's a very good design. It's got kind of like the honeycomb hole, so it's good airflow. Set that to the side right quick. Basically, here's a good look at the 230mm fan. You can take that fan out and put a smaller one in. As you can see, there's extra holes. Put smaller fans in. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. And another thing, I don't know if you can tell, but if you look real hard, there's two silver things. This fan actually blows you right on the hard drives, so that's excellent. Excellent. Let me get that mounted back on there. Well, actually, let's leave that off right now. There's one thing about this fan that's kind of cool. I'll go ahead and jump to it right quick because it's about it. If you look at the top of the case up here, there's 3 switches. You got your power switch, reset switch, and this right here is a fan LED switch. It only works with the front fan. I'm kind of bummed about that. It'd be cool if it worked with all the case fans, but I have seen that on that Thermaltake. I believe it's the Level 10 GT. It has a LED switch that'll switch the fans to different colors. I mean, that would have been cool, but I don't really care for all the other colors. But blue's my favorite. Anyways, you click it and the LED on the fan will cut off. The fan will still run though, so if the light annoys you, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put this back on. And it clips right on very easily. Let's go ahead and continue with the front. This case does have the front USB 3.0 ports. It's very nice. You got the eSATA, you get the FireWire. You do have two USB 2.0s here. I'm actually occupying with my mouse and my piece of my headset here. The rest of the headset over here. But you got the mic jack and a headset port. The headset I'm actually using is a Turtle Beach. That's why it's got all those damn hookups. There's a little look of it. It's the Air Force X11. It's very comfortable and it gets very loud. It actually comes with a little switch mounted on it there. you can adjust the chat feature and gain volume. So it's a good headset. Okay, pretty much got to that. This thing right here, where the switches are, you can actually slide it over like that. For instance, if you got a bunch of kids in the house and it's sitting on the floor, you can cover those up so they can't touch the buttons. So that's good. Got a case badge, 2 of them. This is actually the motherboard badge. It's a Republic of Gamers Asus badge. Love it. Over here we got the AMD Unlock FX processor sticker. Very nice. Up here on the top, we got 2 more 200mm fans with blue LEDs. Very nice. Now keep note, this case only comes with 1 200mm fan installed on it. This one I had to buy separately. It didn't cost much, but I got it anyway. So I'm running 2 of them, but the case, if you buy it, it's only going to come with 1, so keep that in mind, that you would have to order another one if that's the way you want to go with it. You can actually mount, if you're going to go water cooling, you can actually mount your radiators up in this area if you want it. Give you another look at the side. One of the main reasons that kind of attracted me to this case, I am a diehard AMD fan. I know that you Intel fans probably gonna, knock on my video talking about AMD and nothing, but I'm an AMD fan. I'm not hating on Intel. I mean, Intel is a good product. I've never used it. I'm never going to use it, and I don't have nothing bad to say about it. But basically, if you look at this plexiglass, I don't know if you know AMD as well as I do, but it kind of looks like the top of the AMD Aero. If you look at the way it's cut, I'll give you a glimpse of this little AMD badge I got on the front. If you look at the top of the green right there, it looks exactly like the plexiglass. So that right there kind of, made me want it, because it kind of represents AMD to me. Now, it might not to you, but it does to me. Here on the side, we have another 200mm fan. Got the blue LED with it. It did come with the case. It does come with this installed on it on the inside. Reason I took it off, because I put some other case attachments in that came with the case. I don't know, I'll get to that. But I couldn't get the door shut with this on. I did not try to flip it around this way. Well, excuse me, how would I say? This way. It was mounted in there like this, so it was kind of blockage with the heatsink or whatever. So I just took it off instead of trying to flip it around that way, because the way it's cut, you can see it's thick there and there's no wall there. So, but I might put it back on, I don't know. But basically what it does, it kind of directs the airflow right on the GPU, so that's a plus. Let's go ahead and get on to the inside. I did notice on a review before I got this case, or it was a guy doing a review on it, he said that his case door would get stuck. To me, it looked like he was trying to slide it backwards. This door does not slide backwards. It looks like the way he was trying to do it. It actually comes out as so. You take your 2 thumb screws out the back, and it comes straight out like that, and then you just pull it off like that. Okay. He said that it was catching right here or something, but this thing does not slide backwards, and to me it looked like he was doing that. So basically, if I can get that thing to sit still, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something about these fans. All of them has this, I believe, except for the front one, because it has a switch. If you look right there, there's a switch here that you can actually click, and it cuts the LED off. The fan will still run. There's actually one on every one of them. If you watch the fan, the light cuts off. So that's pretty cool if you're not into the lights, or if it just gives you a headache if you're looking at it a lot. That's pretty cool. So let's get some more about this case. It has the best, as far as toolless design, that I've ever seen in a case. My previous case was a Leon Lee, and it was a great case, but it's nothing compared to this one. basically, let's take for instance this DVD burner, which is the bottom one. If I click it in, it's going to release the drive. So all I got to do, as you can see, I'm just going to touch it back here to push it, and it comes right out. So very simple. I mean, you can mount some screws on this side of the case to hold it in better, but to me, I mean, just that one lock right there does great. So when you're putting it back in, you can press and hold like that. It's not going to go all the way in, as you notice, but I'm going to push this with my thumb and watch it go in when it locks in. See? And it's very simple. And it's locked in. See, I'm pressing. It's not going nowhere. But if you look over here on this side, let me see if you're going to get over. Like, it wiggles a little. It's not bad because there's nothing over there to support it. But you don't need it, you know. I mean, if you're a guy like me, you're not going to sit here and bam, you know, mash it hard as hell to make it wiggle. You know, you can just barely press it and it's going to come right out, no problem. It's not going to wiggle bad. But you can put screws in over here if you want it. I'm not going to do that. Basically, here's another look at that 230mm. Very big fan. As for toolless, the hard drive bays, oh my god. Got to love them. They are the best I've ever seen. Basically, what you do, you just click it out like that and bring it out, and then kind of pull down on it like this, and then you just pull it right out. This top one, it already has this in it. If you look, it's got an SSD mount. You can actually take that out if you wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out and show you. If you're not going to run SSD and you want to run a hard drive in that top bay, you can actually move this down if you wanted to, or you can just take the SSD part out. You just bow this over kind of like, and take the SSD part out where you can mount a regular hard drive. That's pretty cool though. As you can see, I'm just running 2 hard drives, but it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bays for hard drives. Another thing about the hard drives, and as you can see, you just slide it back in, and it kind of latches right there, and you go over here and press it until you hear it click. Now, another thing about the front of the case, these 2 bays right here are hot swap bays. Very, very nice. I'm not using them right now. I am using them for like storage for my motherboard, CD, you know, stuff like that. Stuff I want to have around my computer. I got a little toolkit in there too, like screwdrivers, because I do upgrade frequently. So both of these bays are very simple. Let me set this thing down right quick, and I will pretty much show you how it works. So basically, what you do, move these cords. What you do, you pull like that on that side, and on that side, preferably with 2 hands, and then it slides right out. As you can see, I got some CDs and my toolkit in there. But after you put your you can mount a hard drive in there, SSD or a regular one. They'll bolt right in. So basically, you press it until you hear it click in. That way you know it's in there. To make them hot swap bays work, it's got this little board back here that you gotta hook up to. It does take 1 Molex, that white thing, and the 2 black ports are SATA ports. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much it. I mean, for the case, there is 3 holes back there for water cooling. All 3 of them not for water cooling. You can route a cable. If your front 3.0s, if you got front 3.0s right here, and you don't have a header on the board to mount them to, you can actually run them out to the back and plug them into the back if your motherboard's got them on the back. So you can actually use one of those holes for that. I'm going to give you a look of the top of the case. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, let me get to the rest of the case accessories. I almost forgot. This thing right here, when I first seen pictures of it, I thought it was like a heat sink, but it's actually made out of like some hard plastic. And what it does, as you can see, the power supply is at the bottom. The bottom is vented. There is like a vent down there at the bottom of the screen. You kind of see it down there, honeycomb. If you look, there's wires, see? So basically what this does, it just covers your wires. There is a hole back there that the wires go through to get to the other side of the case behind the motherboard. But this covers it so you don't see no wires. Basically this thing right here that you're looking at with the 3 vents, this is a VGA supporter and a cooler. As you can see, it kind of wraps around 2 cards because this is a dual slot board, so it goes around both of those cards very easily. And it has a 120mm fan that I had to buy separately. It's made by Cooler Masters too, and it basically blows right on the cards, so that's good. This is the VGA cooler I told you I put in, and I had to remove that off that right there. Basically, you can put an 80mm fan on it. It supports the VGA cards too, as you can see. Basically, that 80mm fan, I'm going to tell you something about it, because every review I've seen done on this case, nobody has seemed to tell people this. A standard 80mm fan that I've always seen is about that thick. That's not an 80mm, it's a little bit bigger, but they're about that thick. You cannot put that type of fan in there. The standard, I believe, is 80 by 80 by 25. It would not fit in there. You have to get an 80 by 80 by 15, which is a skinnier. This part right here is actually thinner, so it's about half of that. So if you're going to install that, be sure to know you got to get a special type of fan to do that. I don't know if I told you about the switches, but every fan has these switches where you can cut the lights on and off. I can't remember if I told y'all. I got a lot of stuff going on. That's pretty much it as far as the case. And kind of show you a little bit about the routing holes, excuse me. Kind of sound like I said rat. There's one here. There's one right down here, same size as this one. You got the that whole top part right there that routes cables. And that's pretty much it as far as the case in general. Back here on the back here on the front, show you what I have. I have a LightScribe DVD burner. I got a LG Blu-ray burner. This right here is a NZXT fan controller. I do have all 5 of my case fans hooked up, so that would be this one, this one, this one, the side panel, and the back. So they're all hooked up. Pretty cool. It kind of tells you you can set the RPMs manually or leave it automatic. This right here is pretty much temperature reads. You can mount them where you mount your fans. I didn't do that in my case. I kind of like look right there, stuck one in the heatsink on the CPU. There's one between the RAM, one on each card, and the other one I left it up there. It says temp 5. This one right here is just there. So that's pretty cool. And if you actually stop a fan, I don't really want to get bit by one, but say if we stop the back one, this thing will go off and let you know which one to stop. Let it go, and it's good. So that's pretty cool. Basically, the heatsink I'm using is the I believe it's the Hyper 612 Cooler Master. Very good. I'm fixing to upgrade to the Cooler Master V6 GT, I believe it's called. It should be in the mail tomorrow, but it's pretty good. Kind of show you the box to it, because I actually keep the box to most everything that I build on a new computer. Basically, this is the box. Pretty much what it looks like. See what else we got in here. We got 2 ATI/AMD 6850 video cards. They're not the same brand. One's HIS, the other one's Sapphire. The Sapphire is a better card, I would say. This is more of a lower end 6850, but I do have them cross-fired and they do work perfectly. Show you the box for it. This is the box for the Sapphire. It's the Vapor X edition, 1 GB card. Very good card. And I don't know if you guys played it or not, but Dirt 3 It's phenomenal graphics, very good. Power supply, 700 watt OCZ modular. I would recommend at least 750 for the setup I got, but 700 watts it's doing it, so I'm gonna leave it alone. That's pretty much the box for the power supply. That's the card reader. Excuse me, the fan controller box. The motherboard I'm using, as you can, I don't know if you guys seen it earlier, but that is a ROG Republic of Gamer sticker. So therefore, I'm running a very high-end motherboard. The motherboard I'm running is the Crosshair 5 Formula AMD motherboard. I am loving it. It's by far the best AMD board I've ever seen. It's made by Asus. It says here it supports the Phenom processors. It's got the 9 series chipset by AMD. Here's a new thing that AMD is doing. They now support SLI. So this board will support 3-way, 2-way, or even 4-way SLI if you get the ROG Connect adapter. So, and you can also, you got the Crossfire, of course. Another thing good about this board, the sound card on it is very nice. It's got gold-plated inner workings of it for longer lifespan. This USB on the back, I'm not going to show you because I'm not going to go all the way around the back of the case, but that white USB is for the ROG tweak, so that's a good feature. You can actually hook another desktop or laptop up and control your computer settings in the BIOS, so that's pretty cool. I think the total, including the front, I believe I have 16 USB ports. That's including the USB 3.0. USB 3.0 alone, I got 6 because there's 4 on the back of this board, and it does have the front header, so that's 6 total. This is kind of pretty much what the heatsink looks like on the North Bridge. It's very nice. I think it's got some kind of military coating on it. This board does have Extreme Engine Digi Plus, very good. You got the Supreme FX X52. Asus actually did some kind of contract with them. They let them put that on the board. This does have the UEFI BIOS. Oh my god, I love it. You can actually use a mouse. I don't know if you can see right there, but that's a mouse in the BIOS. It's very easy to use, the BIOS is. And it tells you on the box, I believe. Yes, it tells you that it supports the FX series processors. I'm actually using an FX processor on this board. I have the AMD FX 8120. It's not the 8150, it's not the best, but the 8150 and 8120 is actually the same processor, but the 8150 has a bigger stock overclock, as they said. But here's the case for the processor. As you can see, I don't know if I can angle it correctly. It says FX 8-core processor. So first 8-core processor ever made. Kind of show you that's the 8120. And what's so cool is this is a 10 case. I mean, come on. That right there tells you, that AMD is willing to spend a little money to package your product because they're proud of it. So, like I said, I'm an AMD fan. I'm not hating on Intel, but this is the first processor I've ever seen in a 10 case. That's outstanding to me. I mean, I know you Intel fans are like, well, what are you going to do with the case? It's not going to help your computer any, but I just think it's cool. You can actually just have it for display or whatever. Kind of put some of these boxes back up. So, basically, getting to the end of this video pretty much. I'm going to go over a couple more things and let you know what I've done so far with this computer. The RAM I'm running is the Corsair Vengeance 1600. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, so that's great. I got two 6850 graphic cards. I got the 8-core processor. I got the Crosshair 5 Formula board. It's running excellent, man. I'm loving it. That's pretty much it as far as the specs of the case. I'm going to try to give you a look at the back. There is a clear CMOS button on the back. Kind of show you a little glimpse of it best I can. I'm not going to break my neck to show you, but I'll get to the rest of my computer, which is not that important. I have one over the headset, and we have a Logitech, I think it's the M705 laser mouse. It's pretty nice. I have a Razer, I believe it's the Black Widow keyboard with the blue lights in every key. What's cool about this board, you can actually click right here and it'll cut all the keys off. You click it again, it'll light up just your game keys, or your main ones, you know. That's pretty cool. So I'm using a Vizio 26-inch LED TV. It is very thin. Very thin. Kind of show you. It's very thin. You know, very thin. So, and as far as the windows, you guys are probably wondering what kind of windows am I running, huh? Well, as you can see, it is a customized Windows that I found on the internet, and I actually tweaked the wallpaper a little bit, because this is a wallpaper that comes with it, but I actually added like features of what I have in my case on there, as you can see there. Oh yeah, the Crosshair 5 Formula board has a Intel LAN on it, and it comes with this little software right here. It's pretty cool. This right here is pretty much the sound features. This is Damien Tools that actually comes with it. You can actually get this on Windows Desktop Gadgets. Just to show you, I'm running 8 cores. I like to have that. This Windows I have is pretty nice. It's tweaked out. If you like right click here, you can actually see a bunch of more stuff in there, like MS config, that's good, and stuff like that, just right there by right click of my computer. Let's go to properties. That's pretty much what I'll give you the name of it. It says Windows 7 ROG Rampage 64-bit. That's the name of it, I would reckon. You know, I didn't look it up as that, but it's pretty cool. I am getting a 5.9 index because of my hard drives. I do have my processor overclocked a whole nother gigahertz. It's 3.1 stop. That says 401 gigahertz, so that's cool. 16 gigs of RAM, 64-bit operating system. So it's pretty cool. I will show you that my hard drives are the ones that's causing the low score. As you can see, data transfer rate is 5.9. Everything else is 7.7. So just show you that AMD is no joke. They're up there. And you can actually get the Windows I'm using off Mega Upload. If you look for it on YouTube, it's like just type in Windows 7 ROG. You'll actually see a video of this Windows, and they'll tell you how you can download it. Pretty much a little look over with it. Everything's been customized, so it's actually based off Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Let me give you a little look at what the icons look like there. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's phenomenal, I'll tell you that much. I would show you a bit of a game to show you that gives you good graphics as far as the cards I'm using, but I'm running out of time pretty much. But let me know what you think about the setup. You can joke about my voice, or if I made any type of mistakes, please let me know. You can laugh, because I like to laugh myself. But if there's anything you need to know, leave a reply or a comment or whatever, and I'll touch base with you and let you know whatever I can. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for viewing.